Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Today's Thursday, December 31st. Currently it's 47. High today's 58. 20% chance of rain. 86% humidity. It says winds at 3 miles per hour. There's not much winds. And air quality 53. That's moderate for pollution, but it doesn't affect your health. That's what they say. Okay, so I thought I'd come out and walk since it's this warm, but it does look like it could possibly rain sometime. Just sipping my coffee. I'll walk some and then go inside. I did manage to walk twice yesterday, but I didn't reach my goal of 3 times. I got too busy yesterday, even doing different things. With Logan's reviews and stuff and all that. We had a great show last night. Y'all ought to check it out. So let's look at the garden. It's really liking this warmer weather. Look how good it looks. Look at those blue collards back there. They're doing great. Broccoli looks good. Am I seeing some broccoli yet? Nope. Not yet. I don't know if these beets are ever going to amount to anything. They're slow growing, I can tell you that. I noticed some of these other collards, those might be blue ones too, the same as those over there. They're starting to come up a little bit more. Actually growing some. And I thought the turnips were ruined, but they're not. So there's no big hurry in it. The reason I didn't pick them this time is because I realized that the microgreens, my daikon radish microgreens from back there, in the room where I've got them, they were ready. So we had a salad with those microgreens, and we didn't have the turnips. Today we're having steak and gravy and mashed potatoes and stuff like that. So I doubt we'll have turnips today either. But they're okay. I thought they were dying. They're really big though. That's the only thing. I might need to get them sometime soon. These collards look fine. Those little mustards back there are doing a little bit better. These radishes, they've got actual radishes on them now. I didn't cover that one up all the way, but it's okay. And then the spinach. Something been digging back there, I can see. At least this one's been left alone overnight. These turnips, I may have to thin them because they're growing some now here, especially. I'd like to have more turnips. I just didn't think they would, do anything. But come spring, I'm going to need this for other things. I mean, if they're not ready before spring, they're going to probably get pulled up or something, because I'm going to need this. But hopefully, I'm going to either get a kit or use some of this wood in here, or get some other wood or something, and have another raised bed over here. That's what I'd like to have happen. Really would. Because I'd like to have one bed just for okra and squash. I think I'm going to definitely have more eggplant, but I think I'm just going to grow Japanese eggplants. They did so good, and I got so many off of them that I can't deny that they did so good. I mean, I must have got 60, maybe. I gave 1 million of them away. We got a bunch of them cut up and frozen. We need to start using some of them too for different things. Yeah, so got a plan what I want. And I'm gonna try okra. See, so I want that probably in a separate one, and then the squash too. I think I'm just going to grow zucchini. The yellow squash never does that good. The zucchini always outperforms it as far as how many you get. I love yellow squash, but it just doesn't seem to grow right for me. It's hard to pollinate it too. About the only thing that'll pollinate zucchini and yellow squash is bumblebees. Of course, I used my electric toothbrush, which simulates the action of the wings of a bumblebee, the vibration, and it worked great, especially with the tomatoes and the eggplants. So I would suggest any of y'all that have a garden this coming year, get you an electric toothbrush. If you don't have a lot of bees around, your plants need help, for sure. Even if you do, you're going to get more. You're going to have more produce, more harvest, if you use like I did, or I don't know. I used to just flip the flowers some, but it's so easy, much easier with a electric toothbrush. I'm going to start planting. I'm going to make diagrams this winter like I did last winter, of everything, where everything will be. So there's no guessing around when I go to plant everything. I'll know what goes where. For me, that's the best thing, because I can't remember stuff in my head too good sometimes. Too much going on up there. So I write it down, make a diagram. I'm not going to have as many things as I did last year, though. I had them too crowded. I planted too many different things, which I got something out of all of them. But they would have done a little even better if they'd been spread out a little bit more, had a little more space. So I learned that lesson. Don't crowd. Because when you plant it, it looks like you've got plenty of room, and you don't realize, like a zucchini, it's going to have like a 4-foot radius for one plant, That takes up a lot of space. So that's why I want a separate one for stuff like the zucchini. And like I said, I'm going to try okra. Try some okra. I think I'm going to probably plant snap peas again. They went crazy. If y'all haven't seen my garden from this past summer, just go to my playlist. It'll probably say Garden Updates 2020 or something like that. Had a fantastic year. It was amazing. It really was. Well, I could babble on forever, so I better go inside now. Okay, yeah, it's fairly warm out there. I like that. I'm sure my garden does too. It's crazy that it's still growing in January. I never would have thought. Really, last year is the first time I ever tried growing anything in the fall, which was mainly just turnips and radishes, I think. In 2019, I think it was I know I had some turnips. I didn't have much of anything. I think I had some radishes too. But, this year I have, collards, broccoli, beets, onions, mustard green, turnips. But I never thought much about it before. I never even tried. After everything was gone, when the tomatoes and just the regular garden was gone, I just pulled everything up, cleaned it up, and let it go till spring. But we'll probably have to add some more soil. I'm sure it's leaching the nutrients out of the soil some. But anyway, I just get excited about growing stuff in the garden. I love to. The things are doing pretty good indoor. The Aerogarden, the dill, and I'm learning a lesson from this, the dill is taking over. I would suggest not really growing anything when you grow dill. I didn't know it was going to get as fast and as big as it has. It's just the others can't get. There's a limited area where the light, can go, and the others aren't getting enough light, so the thyme's not doing fantastic. The basil's hanging in there, but it's still not like the other one was, where I had it more underneath the light before this one. But, you know, it's all a learning process. The tomatoes back there, well, I guess I could show you the tomatoes. Hold on. I think I could turn this down like this and show you. So we'll try here. Hold on. I'll just go get this stuff. All right. I thought I'd show you the Aerogarden. I just came back here. You can see what I'm talking about. The dill has just really gone crazy. The basil's trying to hang in there right there. But you can see the thyme down here is just not getting what it needs, you know, the light and everything. So, I mean, I would suggest, like, you could probably grow two dills, like one here and one in the back, and I think you'd have a lot if you grew just dill in it. Because this, you know, like I said, there's only so much light right here. This is only a short bulb, and it's just not able to give poor old thyme down here what it needs. Now, here's what's left of the microgreens. We ate some of them last night in a salad. It was delicious. Those are daikon radish. Here's, I had two of these. I don't know how good you can see them. Two of these Japanese black tomatoes come up. One of them was upside down, like, so it didn't work right, but it did germinate. So 3 out of 4 germinated. I had one here and one here, but the other one was affected the way it came out. However, I'm trying to see if I'm doing this right. The Cherokee purples, I only used 4 seeds, and I used 4 in the other, but all 4 seeds came up. You can see how they're looking. I'm waiting for the first real set of leaves to come up to transplant them each in a little bit bigger pot. This right here, this is cat grass. This is what I won that for Crystal's Pets and Plants. She sent it for Kitty. You can see it's sprouting. You do it the same way you do with microgreens, and then once they sprout, you put them under light. So this is going to be for Kitty when it gets about 4 inches tall or so. I'll take it in there. I'm sure she'll love it. She loves nibbling on plants. So there's your update, Aerogarden update and experiment update. So I'll go back in the kitchen. I forgot to mention that the 2 eggplant seeds that I planted that said giant eggplant, they were among some of those I got from Wish. Neither one of them came up, so that doesn't say much for them. I mean, I should have maybe done 4 seeds, but if 2 out of 2 didn't come up, you know, that's not a very good performance. So I don't know if I want to mess with that particular one or not. What I'm going to do is, I've got my own seeds over here in my little Altoid tins. I use those for the seeds that I harvest out here. And I've got some of the eggplant seeds of both kinds, of each kind, I think. Maybe not the pinstripe, but I had some of the white ones and stuff, and plenty of the Japanese ones. I want to try my own seeds next, eggplant seeds, and see what the germination rate is on them. See, we've got plenty of time in the winter to practice up on this stuff, and that's what we're doing. Joe is also, and I definitely, you want to check out his everything of his is doing great indoors. Check out Joe's Garden and Bees. That's the E and sign, Garden and Bees. So check out his channel, and you can learn a lot from him, like I have, and see what's going on during the winter. His garden was affected a lot this past summer because he had COVID and he wasn't able to do anything for almost a month. So today, y'all have responded so well to the questions for Ask My Tablet. I've got enough for today, and I've actually got some more. I don't know exactly how many more, but keep them coming in. That way, you know, I may not do Ask My Tablet every day, but at least we'll have that, you know, have it ready for whenever, whichever day I can do them, which I've been doing them almost every day or every other day. But, you know, I appreciate all the participation on that. Check out my new segment. I've only done 2 of them so far. Questions and Answers with Professor Mike. You know, I've got my fedora on, and it's just, it's a learning show. It's fun. You know, I'll add my own comments in there and stuff, and I think it's something different. I know I haven't seen anything like it. Just like my Ask My Tablet, I've never seen anything like that. I try to come up with new and original content, and I need everybody's support, you know, if you want to keep it going. So let's definitely check it out. I did one yesterday, and it's just very informative to me. I love history, but we're not only going to be doing history. You know, I've got like science, animals, just weather, all kinds of things, you know, that I'll be doing. So first, it's ancient history is what I'm on. You know, everybody should keep their mind exercised, so to speak. Especially these days when you're inside so much and not going as many different places. It can be really boring. And, you know, I can only do so much on social media, and it gives me a headache, actually. It isn't nothing to do with anybody what's said or anything like that. It's just doing it, just being on there, you know, that long, looking at the tablet or my phone and stuff. It gives me a headache, and I have to quit for a while. But you know, this is something different and new. So let's keep this going too. You know, I'll do it for a period of time, and I'll evaluate, you know, how it's doing after a certain amount of time. What's for dinner for New Year's Eve? I need to get it in the crock pot sometime soon. We're having cube steak and gravy and mashed potatoes, and I'm trying to think what else. We ate a salad last night. I kind of would have a salad and some rolls. We'll have another vegetable or a salad with it, and probably some yeast rolls or crescent rolls, either one. Really need to use the crescent rolls. I got a couple things of them in there, but it'll be good. It always is. I really, my recipe, I called it cube steak casserole. You fix it in the crock pot. I've got a cook with me video on it in my playlist under I believe it's under Cook with Me or Cook with Chef Mike or something like that. I've got 21, I think, of them. I know I haven't done one in a long time, but just something that just has to be a spur of the moment thing for me. And the things I do, the things I've already done videos of, is the things that we fix the most. So I wouldn't do another video on cube steak casserole if I'd already done one. There's no, you know, so. But definitely check it out. My pork chop rice casserole, you'll see down below where it says popular uploads or something like that. If you notice, it's got like 3.2K views, which it freaked me out. I hadn't even looked at it for almost a year. And then suddenly it popped up, and I saw how many views it was, and I was like, wow, you know, that's great. But in the past few weeks, I think it's got 100 more views by being down below where it says popular uploads. Check out that the one that says Kitty's Home on it, or Kitty, I'm Home Kitty, or I'm not for sure. I think it says Kitty, I'm Home or something like that. That's when I came back from the hospital in March and had that big, awful open incision, like a foot long, all the way down, you know, and stuff. And if you'll hear Joy in it say for me not to bend over or something like that, that's why, because I had that open incision and I'd just come home. So that was very emotional for me. And Kitty, I hadn't seen her, I don't know how long I was in the hospital. A long time. And, more than a week, I guess. But she had been, while I was in the hospital, she would lay where I sit every day and every night. She'd lay there. And Joy could tell, and she'd come to the door and sit in front of the door here. And that just really, Joy would tell me about it, and it just really kind of broke my heart. So I was very emotional when I saw her. And she was excited too. But yeah, steak and gravy, mashed potatoes, all that, like comfort food. I'm hammed out, and I don't have another turkey. I thought about, like a turkey breast, but I don't have one. And we just didn't want to do turkey really either. So this will be a good meal. I don't know if we'll have anything. I don't know about tomorrow. I'll have probably something easy tomorrow. Make pizza, maybe. We got a pizza. It's broccoli and what is that pizza? Got Aldi comes out with some cool pizzas. And this is a new one. I'm gonna add stuff to it, probably pepperoni, maybe something else. But this one's Mama Cozy's thin crust made with broccoli, cheddar, Bianco pizza, basil, mozzarella, provolone, and Asiago cheese. I'll tell you what, that will make a good pizza. So I'll put, like I said, pepperoni, I don't know, maybe some onion or something on it. But I always kind of jazz them up a little bit. It shouldn't need more cheese if it's mainly cheese pizza than just broccoli. So it should have plenty of cheese on it. Sometimes I put extra cheese. Oh. It spit back at me. I guess because a little hole in it, when you put it back, it spills a little bit sometimes. Okay. The only other thing I got is question of the day. And by the way, that reminds me, since I just did that, I just got some New Year's jokes, and I definitely need to do those today of Kitty's Corner. And last time, Kitty's friend, the little kitten, did it, and that was really cute. This time, I think we probably let Kitty do it for New Year's. So I will have a Kitty's Corner today. Sure will, of New Year's jokes. But question of the day: what are your plans tonight for New Year's Eve? Pretty simple and relevant for today. Didn't want to do a COVID question today. We're going into the new year. We're trying to, be upbeat. Hopefully things, get better and everything. So we'll just do a joke, a question like this: what are your plans tonight for New Year's Eve? You can include what you're having if you like. I think I did one the other day, but I'm sure not everybody saw it. You can include what you're having if you like for dinner also. Under the what's for dinner, I did that. So that would, a lot of people tell me when I do what's for dinner what they're having. But if I think of, or if y'all give me a good question for the COVID thing, I'll do it, because that's very important. And I think through the questions that I've posed here that it has helped some. By seeing what others are going through, or what the way they do things, or just the different questions, I think it's caused more interaction between all of y'all, and that's what it's all about. I like to get everybody involved in my channel. So I think that's it. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed my walk / garden update / Aerogarden update / experiments tomato experiments and coffee break. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. And share with everybody if you dare. I can never come up with a good catchphrase for that, but it works. I hope. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Probably the next thing I'll do, I'll probably wait till this evening to do Ask My Tablet. So the next thing will probably be Kitty's Corner. Now we may end up going to, I'm still going to do Kitty's Corner, but we may end up going to a store. I'm so sore all over. I just took some Tylenol, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because it's like rainy weather or this or that, but it seems like it's getting worse. See, I've got osteoporosis, so that's mainly why my hips, especially my left hip, will hurt. You know, it makes your bones porous, like Swiss cheese, but not as big of a hole, but they're very like minute holes all over your bone. Is what happens. That's why it can break so easily. But that is because I wasn't able to, calcium and all that stuff, I wasn't absorbing it right. I still don't, right? So I have to really, take supplements and stuff, and I still don't absorb all them. So it's just a rough deal. But yeah, so that, I guess that'll be it for today for morning coffee break before I start talking about something else. Bye, everybody. God bless.